All right, welcome to a session of FitEssentials, our basics class today. We're going to be doing a little bit of work seated in the chair. We'll also have some step up work if you have a step stool that you can bring into the area, and a little bit of free weight work today. So let's go ahead and come on up. We're going to start with our spinal cord breathing to begin. All right, walk those feet in just underneath the hips. Check in with your midline. Make sure we're not arched with the back. So pull the belly button in. Get that nice soft bend. Now we're going to circle those arms around. Bring the forearms together, palms together, and then tuck your body down into a ball, chin to the chest. When you're ready, you're going to breathe in. Try to breathe in through the nose. Lift the chest. Squeeze the back side of your body and divide the arms, looking up towards the ceiling or sky. And then we'll reverse that down. On your exhale, round down, chin in. Super strong, nice and small. And then inhale, broaden your body. Lift. So let's go 3 more times. Just move through at your own rhythm. Opening the chest, closing down, warming up your spine. Good. Breathing in nice and deep. On your exhales, try to breathe out just slightly longer than you normally would. And same idea on the inhale. Try to breathe in just a little bit deeper than you normally do on your everyday. Good. Last one. Nice smooth movements, opening the body and closing the body down. Good. Final exhale, and then you can relax those arms down to the sides. And just stand up nice and tall. Good. Walk those feet out. We're going to go into call them like our Egyptian arms next. So bring them out wide. Turn one palm up towards the sky. Have that nice bend in the knees. And now we're just going to kind of slink our bodies side to side, rotating through the arms. One palm up, one palm down. Very good. That sits really nice. Nice tall chest, long neck. So shoulders are down out of the ears. Good. Couple more each way. Just kind of opening the upper body, shift, rotate, and go ahead and rest. Excellent. From here, walk the feet in just slightly closer, keeping that nice soft bend, nice neutral. And now we're going to start to go into our trees, what do I want to say here? Our arms are like branches of the trees, just gently swaying in the wind. Getting a little bit of rotation through the torso, trying to turn the head and neck as well. As you rotate the body, look over that shoulder. Good. And then from here, start to rotate just maybe a little bit faster, bending at the elbows, and allow the hands to gently tap against the body. See if you can time it with your exhale. Meaning as the arms touch, I blow the air out. Excellent. Now 10 more seconds here, and then we're going to go back to those tree limbs. Good. Then arms back away. We'll just do this a couple times and think about just nice and slow to bring your body to a stop. Very good. All right, let's walk those feet in. Arms up at the side, and we're going to go into our cross body stretch next. So let's take your left leg, get a nice firm stance into your right, and you're going to step that left leg back. Just a nice little bit of a stagger stance. And if you can, lower that left heel down to the floor. Watch that you're not arching the back here. So draw the belly in, draw the ribs down, and now take your left hand across to the right shoulder. Yep. There you go. Left hand to the right shoulder, reach across, grab the back side of that left arm, and now you're going to shift the hip, push the hips forward, squeeze the glute of that left leg, and then draw your body around, looking over your right shoulder. Breathe in, rock your hip back, rock your hip forward, squeeze the glute, and rotate once again, looking over your right shoulder. And let's do that 1/3 and final time. Push the hip back. Push the hip forward, squeeze the bum, lift the chest, and gently rotate. And release. Good job. Walk the foot back in. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So now your right foot steps back. See if you can lower that heel to the floor. right hand to your left shoulder. Good. Lifting up through the chest, grab onto the back side of that right arm. And then we're going to focus on the hips first. So I gently rock that back hip forward, squeeze the glute of the trail leg. And now you're going to grab the back side of that right arm and gently turn your body, looking over your left shoulder. Breathe in, hip back, hips forward, squeeze the glute, and then gently rotate. 1/3 and final time here. Hips back, hips forward, and take it to your left. Very good. And shake it out there. Side step, arm swing. Good job. Shoulders back and down, broaden through the chest. And very good. All right, let's grab a drink of water. And then we're going to go into our first series. We're going to work on some glute extension and activation of the back side of the body. All right. So we're going to do the first round standing up nice and tall, and then rounds 2 and 3 will support our upper body like on the chair or a tabletop. So if you want to stand near a wall, I'm going to use this step stool here as my balance. Let me just adjust my screen. All right. And we're going to start with your left leg. You're going to stand nice and tall, draw the midsection in, and then with your left foot, you're going to point it in front of the body, lift the foot and toes, and you're just going to glide it back behind you, looking to squeeze the glute on that side. Point it forward, lift the foot and toes, and glide it back. We tend to arch the back as we glide, so you want to keep the belly pulled in, just looking to move through the hip. Point the foot, lift, and glide. Good, couple more. Point, lift, straight back. Last one. Forward, lift, and just gently extend the hip. Good job. Set that foot down in between sides. We're going to go our hip circles here. So stand tall, soft bend those knees, and then when you're ready, loosen up those hips. Gently circle them around. Great time to smile. Very good. And then go ahead and reverse direction. Same thing other way. You can also bring the arms out to the side, kind of turn it into a little bit of a dance. Woo, cycling through the body. There you go. All right, fantastic. And then let's make our way to the other side. So now the right leg, hip extension, standing tall. Check in with the belly, pull the ribs down, draw the belly button in. Support nice and strong through your left leg, and then when you're ready, point the right foot forward, lift the foot and toes, and glide it back, squeezing the bum on that side. Point the foot, lift the foot and toes, gliding it back. Nice. Just subtle movements here. Just looking to activate that big muscle of your bum. It's one of the biggest muscles in the body. Squeeze. But unfortunately, we lose the ability to really utilize that muscle when we sit quite a bit. It gets kind of dormant on us, doesn't fire quite as well. Last one, glide it back, squeeze the bum, and rest. Excellent. All right, make sure you have a little bit of space and you're not going to knock your arms into anything. You're going to walk your feet outside the hips, and then we're going to do kind of like a little bit modified side stretch here. You're going to glide your hands to one side, reach across, reach up to overhead, and then you'll gently glide the hands to the other. Reach and stretch. Good. Very good. That's it. And over, stretching long, and just kind of shift your weight side to side. Nice. And back. Let's go one more each way. Reach, lengthen that side body, and over, lengthen, and rest. Super. Let's grab a drink. That is cycle 1. Now on the next 2 cycles, instead of standing tall when I extend the hip, I'm going to come down and support on my chair here. You can also use like a countertop or a tabletop, or you can stick with that version that we did on round 1 of standing tall. Before we jump into it, let's just give a little bit of attention to the wrist. So make a fist. Even if you're going to stand tall, go ahead and loosen up your wrist with me. Circle those wrists around. Good. And then switch directions, turn them the other way. Nice. Good. And from here, take your hands, palms together, just in front of the hands, like kind of like a prayer position. Going to raise the elbows up. Yeah, there you go. Good, Shirley. Stretching the forearms a little bit. And release there, shake them out. Excellent. And then similar idea, but now we're going to take the back sides of the hands, place the back sides of the hands together, keep that soft bend in the knees, and now drop the elbows down. Pull the shoulders down as well. Yep. Stretching the other side of the wrist. Forearms mostly. When those forearms get tight, it changes how those wrists work. Good, and shake it out once again. Nice. And with all the work we do on our phones, computers a lot of times these days, it kind of gets some tension in those forearms. All right, from here, we're going to go back to the right leg. So if you want to come to that forward position, you're going to pull the belly in, support both hands on your surface, walk your feet back, and then from here, we'll take the right leg. You're going to draw the knee in towards the same side elbow, and then you're looking to extend the leg straight back. Squeeze the glutes and watch to not arch that back. So glide the leg forward, glide the leg back, kind of point the toes, stretch it nice and long. Up and in, and nice and long, gliding it back. Good. As we reach back is where we tend to arch the back. You don't want to kind of get any pinching, so keep it strong. In and out. Let's talk about the breathing. So I'm going to breathe in as I draw that leg in, and I want to exhale as I extend. Good. Maybe one or two more. Breathe in, pull it in, exhale, extend. Last one. Good job. Go ahead and set that foot down, come back up to standing. And we're going to go back. Instead of circling the hips this time, it's called a hip rock. We're just nice and gentle, just going to kind of rock the hips side to side, give a little stretch to all those little stabilizers. I don't know if you felt it, but I definitely felt it in my left hip as I was supporting on that last exercise. All right, fantastic. Once you finish that, we're going to make our way back into position. We're going to do the same thing, whoopsie, on the left side. Lost my surface. All right, so nice wide handprints. Walk those feet back, belly pulled in, and when you're ready, left knee towards the left elbow, and stretch it long, stretch it tall. Good. In and back. How far can you reach that leg behind you? Glide up and in, and extend straight back. Nice. Breathe in to pull it forward. Exhale to drive it back. Great work. Good position of that upper body, Shirley. That looks nice. Yep. Nice straight arms, nice and strong. Then glide, exhale, lengthen. One or two more. In, driving it back. Fantastic. Once you finish that last rep, standing tall, walk it in. And we're going to go back to that side stretch. Those arms swing. Let's get this guy out of the way a little bit. All righty, so feet outside the hips, soft bend those knees, and we're going to reach across just like we did last round and back to the other side. And if you're comfortable to do so, the arm that's reaching up, see if you can follow with your eyes. So look up at that arm and across, turn the head, glancing up. Super. Woo, wonderful. Maybe one more each way. Stretch it nice and long. Feel that side body lengthen. That helps our low back as well. Stretch the sides of the body. Very good. All right, let's grab a drink. We're going to take it through one more round of that hip extension. Back to your right leg, starting in 10 seconds. So as you go into that support, spread those hands nice and wide. Think about trying to make like a nice big starfish with your hands. And when you're ready, breathe in, pull that right knee towards the right elbow, and exhale, extend it long, keeping that midline strong. Breathe in, see if you can breathe in through the nose and then out through the mouth. Very good. About 3 more times. Great work. Last one. And rest. Walk it in, stand it up. Good job. We'll go back to those hip circles like we did on our first series. 3 to 5 times each way. Give those hips a break. Good job. Circling around, and then we'll reverse directions. Just looking for any stiffness, help loosen up the hips, a little bit into the low back. Well done. All right, we just had those hip extensions on the left side. We'll be all done with this series, getting ready for the next one. So here we go, wide handprint, midline neutral. Make your way into that position. And then we're gonna go left leg. Inhale as you draw that knee towards the elbow. And then exhale as you extend long, trying to think, how long can I be from the top of my head to the bottom of my foot? Midline nice and flat, arms nice and straight. Beautiful. Inhale, lifting up, gliding forward. Exhale, stretch it long. Awesome. Maybe 2 more, in and back, in and taking it back. Fantastic. Set that down. Set your feet down. Walk it out. And we'll finish with that final side stretch for this series. So get that nice support through the legs. And then when you're ready, follow that hand with your gaze, peering up, reaching across the body, and then switching sides. Feel yourself kind of shift your weight through your feet as well. So as I reach to my left, I hold most of the weight in my left leg. And then as I shift to my right, I hold most of my weight with my right leg, peering up at that right hand. Good, let's go twice more each way. Reach high, looking up, and gently reach across, glancing up there. Good, last time each direction. Stretch and reach. Feels so good to lengthen the body, stretch it out, and shake it out there. Awesome work, grab a drink. All right, let's go ahead and take a seat for a second. Give a break on the legs, and then we'll get ready for our next series. All right, we're gonna loosen up our ankles a little bit. We have some marching to do in the next set. So as you come into a seated position, sit nice and tall. Make sure one leg is securely planted. Then we're gonna see if we can interlace the hands. Leave me alone, Fly. Grab that shin, pull the shoulders back, and now we're going into our ankle rolls. Point the toes, lift the toes. We'll get about 5 to 8 rotations each direction. You might notice we're kind of working that upper body here as well. So instead of forward shoulders, pin those shoulders back. Beautiful. If you have not already done so, go ahead and switch directions of that circle, rotate it around the other way. Very good. And then set that foot down. Same thing other sides. Continue to sit tall, interlace those hands, pull the shoulders back, and now circle that foot around. Good. Point the toes, lift the toes as you circle the hand. And then the reverse direction, same thing other way. Beautiful, and set it down there. We're gonna do our seated toe touch next. So come right to the edge of the chair, feet firmly planted, pull that belly in, tuck the head down, and just slide the hands down the legs. As far as you're comfortable, we just wanna look to get a little bit of a stretch here. Typically we'll feel it in that low back area here. Kind of hold on with your hands, then take 2 to 3 nice deep breaths. Try to send your air into where you feel that tension. Expand that area, exhale, maybe lean just a slight bit more forward. One more breath. And on that next inhale, kind of walk your hands up, coming back to that seated position. Spectacular. All right, we're gonna go one more stretch from seated, and it's more of a mobility piece here, kind of moving that mid back. So you're gonna take your left hand behind the head, sitting up nice and tall, kind of exaggerate that tall posture. And now as you sit tall, we're gonna round forward, bringing that elbow to the opposite thigh. Very good. And then take your right hand on the inside of that right knee and just gently push against that knee as you peer over that left shoulder. But we're gonna do a total of 5. Breathe in as you bring that elbow to the opposite thigh. Sit tall, gently push against that knee. Turn the head and neck. Good, 3 more. These are not meant to be fast. You want to kind of exaggerate that rotated position. Get the most out of it. Down, lift, gently pivot. See if you can pull the elbow back a little bit farther each time. So maybe get a little bit more rotation. You can look a little bit farther over that shoulder and release. Good work. Same thing other side. So now probably your right hand behind the head, sitting tall, rounding down. Left hand on the inside of the left knee, turning the head and neck, trying to peer over that right shoulder. Good. 5 times total. Down, lift, rotate. Let's go a couple more. Good. Last one. Very nice. Down, sit tall, and pivot. Fantastic. All right, from there, the water is convenient. Let's grab a drink, make your way back up to your feet. And next, we're going to be working some squatting. You want to have your chair nearby or anything you might want to squat down to. And then you want to have maybe like a nice light weight for a curl up to an overhead press. If you have anything going on with your shoulder, you can just stick with this lower portion of doing the curl. Otherwise, I'm going to be taking it up to overhead. And I'm going to be doing that from standing. If your legs are tired, you did a lot of work on your feet the last couple of days, you're welcome to do that upper body portion from seated. But if you do it from seated, you will have a good amount of some up and down here because we're going to do some blood flow work in between arms. So let's go ahead and come back up to the feet. I know that was a lot of talk. I'll take you through it, not to worry. All right, so as we come up to our feet, get up on this blanket for now. We're going to hang on to our chair. If you know your squats, you're confident with it, don't worry about holding on. But otherwise, it helps to support this upper body because that will oftentimes allow you to get deeper with your hips and knees. So as much as you're comfortable, walk those feet out. You're going to have just a slight toe out of your toes. So imagine you've got that dial of the clock on the ground and you want to point one toe towards 1 o'clock and the other foot towards 11 o'clock. From here, when you're ready, pull the belly in, keep the eyes up, and you're going to send your hips back, pushing your knees wide. Coming down to the bottom of the squat best you can. Good focus. There you go, Shirley, reaching those arms out. And then when you're ready, drive through your legs and make your way on up. Fantastic. We're going to be practicing this for about 45 seconds. So reaching the arms out, sending those hips back. Good. And really key to keep your whole foot planted on the ground. So oftentimes we'll talk about staying back in the heels, but I don't want you to lift your toes off the ground. I want you to push the feet down all the way. Very good. Maybe one more time here. Standing tall and reaching back. Knees drive out, arms reach out. Beautiful. And then chest up, stand and rest. Awesome. All right, go ahead and get a nice light weight. You can also use a band for this curl and overhead press. I forgot to bring mine today, so we'll stick with a dumbbell. All right, when you're ready for this curl, you don't want to have the elbow away from the body. Imagine you have like a little pillow here and you just secure that pillow with your elbow. So you're going to hold the elbow close, and then when you're ready, you're going to curl to your shoulder. And then if you're good to push overhead, you're going to push up to overhead. I'm going to come closer so you can see me. But stay standing. So you're going to curl in, palm faces in towards me. And as I push to overhead, I'm rotating my palm away. Excellent. Good. Elbow comes forward, palm rotates back in. Extend the elbow. Yep, all the way down. There you go. Curl into the shoulder. Yep. And now pushing up to overhead and pivot. Good. Don't have to do this kneeling act that I'm doing though. Elbow forward and down. Fully extend. Try to keep myself in the frame. Curl in. And push, pivot. Fantastic. Let's take it through one more. Elbow forward, all the way down. Extend that arm. Yes. Curl into the shoulder. Awesome. And then push nice and high. Rotate the hand. Beautiful. Go ahead and set that weight down. If you are seated, come on up to your feet. We're gonna do a little bit of blood flow in between arms. So we're gonna start with a march. Bring those arms up to the side, and we're gonna do our paused march. So what I mean by that is you're gonna pull strong to the midline, opposite arm, opposite leg, drive up, try to hold that position, and then we switch sides, like we're trying to move in slow motion here. Very good. Right arm, left leg. Yep. And then left leg, right arm. This is balance work in disguise as well here, if you can't tell. So we're trying to balance through our body. There goes my balance. Down and switch. Yep, hold strong, lift up, and same thing other side. Good. Maybe one more on each. Nice and smooth. Down and switch. Lift. Good job. All righty, take a little bit of break. And then we're gonna grab the weight. So you should have been, maybe you were in your right arm, I was in my left, opposite side of the body. Oops, this is a heavier weight. All right, let's see if I can get my whole self in the frame this time. Okay, so standing tall, we're gonna curl first, make sure those ribs are tucked in. So elbow into the side, curl to your shoulder, palm faces in towards you, and then press to overhead, rotate the palm away. Fantastic. Elbow forward, yep, all the way down. There you go. Curl and press. Nice. Forward and down. And this non-working arm, you can even set it on your belly, kind of make sure you check in with your midline, that you don't arch your body as you press up to overhead. Yep, curl first. You got it, Shirley. In, and now your overhead press. There you go, good. Elbow forward as you bring it down. Let's go about 2 more reps. Fully extend the elbow, curl, and press. Super. Forward and down. Last one. Curl it in and press it up and bring it down. Good job. Bring it down, set it down. Back to some blood flow. We're going to do our side step this time. We call them seal jacks. So arms out in front of the body. We're going to open the arms, divide the legs, close the arms, close the legs. Exactly. Open, squeeze those shoulders back, and close. Good. Just find your rhythm here. Trying to exaggerate that open chest position. Trying to squeeze those shoulder blades towards one another as you open. Practicing the side step. Good, about 10 more seconds. This is the end of round 1. We're gonna go, let's see, where's our time? We're gonna go twice more through this. Last rep here, and rest. Woo, just kind of shake out the body a little bit, do a little jig, grab a drink. We're gonna be back to our squats in about 20 seconds. I'm gonna go ahead and demo to the chair this round. If you are comfortable without the chair, without squatting down to anything, stick with what you've been doing. Otherwise, as you come to the chair, I like to kind of squat to the corner of the chair. So I'll stand with the edge of the chair between my legs, turn the toes out slightly. And then from here, I'm gonna reach out. Same idea, I'm just trying not to plop down, just trying to sit with control. And then from here, drive tall, stand all the way up. Alrighty, join me when you're ready. Sitting back, knees push wide, slightly lower, and stand. And you can keep without the chair too, just sinking back and up. Just want to give some different options. Focused on those knees, focus to keep the whole foot planted and chest up nice and tall. Good, 10 more seconds. Very nice. Drive the legs into the ground to pull yourself forward. Maybe one more. Sit it back, controlling to that squat or onto the chair and standing up from there. Beautiful, we're going to that curl and press. Let's start with your right arm. Check in with your feet if you're standing tall. Practice placing all your toes and feet so that they're pointing straight on this time. Elbow into the side, non-working hand on the abdomen. And here we go. We'll curl into the shoulder, palm towards you. And then as you press to overhead, rotate the palm away. Nice. Rotate it back towards you as you bring it down, fully extending that arm. There you go. Curl it in. Press it up, elevate that shoulder. Excellent. Elbow forward, bringing it down, fully extend. Nice. Let's go about 3 more. Curl, press. Excellent. Forward and down. 2 more together. Curl in. Elevate that shoulder as you press up. Good. Forward. Fully extend. Final rep now. Curl it in. Excellent. And then push nice and high. Elevate and bring it down and rest. Awesome. Set the weight down. We're going to go back to our blood flow. This time we're going to go back to that march, but we're going to punch across the body. So get that soft bend in the knees, midline strong. And when you're ready, lift the knee, punch the arm. Try to keep those arms right about shoulder height. Good. Exhale as you punch. Inhale as you pull it back together. There you go. Beautiful. 20 seconds left. Try to pull up, keep those hips as level as you can. Help with that balance. Good. Smile. Or just laugh at yourself. If you feel a little uncoordinated, that's the time to just kind of laugh it off. And rest. Woo. All right, we got to finish with that right arm. Back to the curl and overhead press. Remember, if you need a break on the legs, you can do these seated as well. Otherwise, take your non-working hand, find the belly, elbow into the side, and when you're ready, curl in. Good. Push tall. Elbow forward. Fully extend. Excellent. There you go. Remember to rotate the palm as you press up to overhead, and then you rotate it again as you lower it back down. So I rotate the hand, palm faces away as I reach high, rotate, face it in as you lower. Good. Maybe 2 to 3 more. In and up, forward and down. Good. Final 2. Curl, press. Last one. In, up, forward, and down. Fantastic. All righty, go ahead and set the weight down. We're going back to some side steps. Recommend kind of holding your arms out to the side for this one. And just imagine you have like a little tiny hurdle. We're going to pick your foot up and step it over. You don't have to pick it up super high. Just practice a little bit of a lateral step over, we call it. Good. And now here we're holding the chest tall, squeezing the shoulders back. And Shirley, think about spreading your fingers nice and wide. So have kind of a nice open hand. There you go. Nice. Over and back. Ooh, starting to feel my arms burning just holding this position. Anytime you need a break, relax them down. Lift them back up to help with that balance. 10 more seconds here. A lot of stability work as you go to step up and over. Good. Final time. And take a rest. Woo. All right. Just kind of shimmy your body side to side. Shake it out. Bop yourself side to side. Bop's kind of a funny word, so that's all right. All right. Let's grab a drink of water. We're going to go back into our final round of squatting. If you like squatting in a chair, stick with it. I'm going to go back to how I demoed the first round, using the back of the chair as an assist, but coming down as far as my hips allow. All right, go ahead and set your feet about hip width apart. Have that slight toe out. And 2, 1, here we go. Push those knees wide, send the hips back. Good, reaching those arms out. And then drive through those legs. Stand tall. Good job. Sinking back and down, really pushing those knees wide and keep them pushed out as you stand as well. Beautiful. Sinking back. Good. And Shirley, as you stand tall, open the chest all the way. Good. Squeeze the bum. Excellent. And back and down. Couple more. Standing smooth. Beautiful. Last time. Back, back, back. Knees push wide, sinking down. And then stand with confidence. Pull yourself up. Woo! Well done. All right. I'm going to take a seat for the second to last curl and press. If you want to stay standing, you can. Otherwise, feel free to join me in the chair. All righty. So right side of the body, similar idea here. You're gonna fully extend that elbow, holding it tight to the side, curling it up to the shoulder, and then rotating that hand away as you press to overhead. Good. Elbow points forward, fully extend. There we go. Curl it in and press her up. Fabulous. 3 more. Forward, down, strong curl, strong push. Yeah, good. 2 more. In and up. Try to push it right over the center of the head. That's fantastic. Forward and down. Last time here. Curl it in. Elbow stays tight to the side and press high. Elevate that shoulder up. Fabulous. Down and rest. Beautiful. So remember what I said about being in a chair? You need to stand back up, or we can just kind of give our legs a break here. If you want to stand up, you can, or join me here in the chair where we're going to punch across the body and practice this seated march here. So sometimes we can have less focus on the balance and get a little bit more practice on lifting those knees up and working what we call our cross crawl pattern. So we cross the midline of the body, similar to like babies when they're learning to crawl. It's really good for their brain development. And guess what? The older we get, the more we want to keep that brain, well, from declining, right? So we're trying to keep it strong, keep our body strong as well. Let's get about 2 more. See if you can exhale with that punch. Inhale as you pull it together. Exhale and rest. Fabulous. All right, final time for this little upper body move. Let's go to the other side of the body for that curl and press. Oh, I'm bleeding here. At least no one's around. So somehow I took the skin off the back of my arms. I'm gonna blame the dog. Elbow into the side. When you're ready, we're gonna curl in and then elevate that shoulder up to overhead. Yep, and forward. Good, switch arms, Shirley. We did that one last time. Yep, I think you did. Other arm. Yep, in here, and then elevate that shoulder. There you go. That's it. Yep, forward and down. We've been mirroring each other here. Elbow in tight, curl it in, push that shoulder up, bring that weight right over the center of the head. Good, and I know you can't see my weight, but I'm rotating that hand. So I curl in, palm is facing in towards me, and then I'm pivoting my hand away as I raise it up. Excellent. Forward and down. I lost count, but let's go 2 more. In and up. Woo. Forward, elbow forward as you come down. Super. Final rep here. Curl that weight in and push that weight high. Fantastic. And take it all the way down. Woohoo. All right, set that weight aside. We're going to stay here seated for a moment. We're going to get a little bit of relief for that mid back. So our seated cat-cow maneuver here, hands on the thighs, roll the shoulders forward, pull the belly in, pull that chin down to the chest, blow the air out of the lungs. And then when you go to inhale, nice deep breath in, slide the hands up the thighs, lift your head to the sky, pulling the chest open. Good. 4 more times there. Exhale, round yourself into a little mini ball. And then lift up, sit up tall out of the hips, turn the head up. Good, 3 more times. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Couple more. And last one. Fantastic. All right, we're going into our last series next, and this is where we're going to be utilizing the step up. So if you have a stair nearby or a little step stool, we're going to put that into play. All right, and if you don't have that step stool, we been using our monster steps, or like our kind of reverse lunge modification, stepping back and then pulling yourself up and forward. You can even do a little high knee here. So if you don't have a step stool, it's going to be something like that. Otherwise, we're going to be working 45 seconds all on one side. So we're going to start with your left foot. Not really like this one as much as my other one, but that's okay. put as much as your foot on that step as you can. Try to get that heel up there, that midfoot. This step is way too small for me to fit a lot of that foot. Standing tall, you can balance the arms as needed. And then we're going to stand up, extend that leg, bring the other leg into meet. And then you're going to control yourself off. Take that left foot all the way off the step. And then we'll stay on that side of the body. Step it up, drive the foot down, open the hips, and then back and down. So we're looking for that knee position. A lot of times it tends to drop in, whether it's on the up or the down. So see if you can kind of pay attention to what's going on at that knee. And at the same time, watch the hips. So hold the midline strong, keeping those hips nice and square to your shoulders. They'll tend to drop out to the side you're stepping on. Maybe one more here. Standing tall, open the hips, control it down, and we'll take a rest in between sides. Let's see if I can show you a little bit better from straight on. What I'm trying to avoid with the hips. So what we don't want to have happen is we don't want those hips to kick out as we come up. We want to keep that midline nice and square, nice and strong as you stand. All right, right leg this time. Set that foot up there, chest up, 2, 1. Here we go. Push that leg, standing tall, and then stepping it back. You're going to take that right foot all the way off your step, and then we'll come back onto it. Push down, pushing your leg into the step. Watching that knee, keeping the hips strong. Good work. 30 seconds left. Drive down, building that strength in the single leg. Good. Obviously, this helps build some strength for climbing stairs. You know, even getting in and out of like a car or a van. You have a smaller vehicle, sometimes you don't really notice until you go to get into somebody else's vehicle that's a little bit higher. And it's a little bit more challenging. So you want to keep those legs strong. Good. One final rep here. Drive down, push that leg, stand tall. Excellent. There you go. And then step it back. Super. From here, we're going back to the chair for our seated leg extensions. All right. Make sure you have a good posture here. We want to watch so we don't arch the back as we're doing these. So sit nice and tall. You can hold on with your hands. And we're going to start with your left leg. Go ahead and pick that leg up off the ground. And then when you're ready, you're going to extend that knee. Pull the toes toward your face. Bend it in and extend. Good. You can also place the hand on the thigh. Kind of feel those muscles fire. Good. And watch from arching the back. I can feel myself wanting to arch as I extend the leg. So I'm going to sit tall. Pull that belly in throughout. Go ahead and do 1 or 2 more. Fire that quad, extend the leg, and rest. Whew. All right, this side tends to cramp, not the side. These muscles tend to cramp a little bit. So you can take your fingers like up right by the front of that hip bone and just kind of dig into that little bit of hip flexor there. Looking to give it a little bit of relief. Yep. A little self-massage, feel for any stiff areas. And then from there, work your way down the thigh. Just a gentle little massage, loosen up those muscles. All right, beautiful. And then we're going to get ready for the opposite leg. So still sitting tall, readjust as needed. And then when you're ready, your right leg this time, pick the foot up off the ground and now extend that knee, pull the toes towards you. Bend and extend. Good. Midline pulled solid. This is a great little exercise to do if you find your knees feeling stiff. You can just bend them and extend them, help get that blood flow going through the joint. Couple more. Up, down, and rest. Woo. Good. So now I'm going to find that hip bone right in the front. Just kind of gently use the fingertips. Just gently dig in a little bit. Feeling around for any stiff spots on that outer hip. And then I'm going to work my way down the quad. A little self-massage through those thighs. Nice. Kind of get the outer part of the thigh, the meatier part of the thigh. All right. Maybe pat both sides. All right, that's round 1. We'll do it once more, maybe twice more. We'll kind of see how we're feeling. Let's go ahead and come back up. We're going to go back to those step ups. What do you think, Moose? not sleeping, but he's just kind of chilling. So, hey, we'll take it. All right, we're going to start on your left leg. Place that foot up on the stair. Your stair is stable. And when you're ready, drive that leg down. Open the hip, meaning that you're going to stand up all the way on that one leg. Yes. And then nice and controlled, stepping back. Bring that left foot off the stair and then back up. Place it down, drive down, open the hip. Coming up, stepping back. Beautiful. Just keep that pattern going. And it's going to help stabilize the hips. If you draw the abdomen in, that helps support the midline. Very good. A few more times. Standing tall, controlling down. Very good. And last one, place that foot up there, pull through, open the hip, and step it on off. Good job. Take a short break, always switch sides. And then same thing on your right leg this time. Place that foot up, nice tall chest, and here we go. Drive the foot into the stair. The more you think about pushing down, that's where you get that force to generate that power to drive your body up and forward. Keeping your eye on the knee, trying to help it to not drop in. Really emphasizing pushing that big toe down is going to help support stabilizing that knee and that ankle all the way up through the hip. Good. Off the stair, on the stair, moving through that right leg. Good. 2 to 3 more. Open, stand tall, back and down. Good. Up and down. Let's go one final one. We're going to have this be our last round. I want to have a little bit longer time for some stretching at the end. Great job. All right, as you finish that last rep, come back to that seated position. All right. So as you come seated, kind of even think about kind of moving the flesh of your hips out of the way so you're right on those sit bones. We don't want to be slouched back at all. And then when you're ready, you can either hold the chair, support on the thigh, lift that left leg up, and here we go. Extending the knee and bending the knee. Extend and bend. If you need a break, you can set the foot down at any point to help give a little break to your hip flexors. Drawing the belly button in throughout the movement. Wonderful. Good. 1 or 2 more. Extend the knee, bend the knee, and go ahead and rest. Whew. All right, so you can start at the upper hip. I was feeling a little bit my lateral hip that time, so you can even kind of take the fingers right on the outer aspect of the hip, see if you can find any good spots in there. And then we'll start to work our way down, a little self-massage through the thigh. Loosen up that quad. And say and think nice things to your body as you give it a little bit of relief. All righty, pat the leg. And then last time on that second side. So sitting tall, shoulders back, belly draw it in. And here we go, lift that leg up, extend the knee, and bend. Good job. Midline held strong throughout. Good. Extend. Pulling the toes back towards your face as you extend. Beautiful. Maybe one more. Up, down, and take that rest. Woo. All right, let's give that love to our body with a little self-massage. So I'm going up on my hip bone here. If I were to put my hand on that upper bone, and I'm going just to the outside of that bone, this lateral aspect of my hip. Got some nice little trigger points in there I can just give some attention to. Yep, and I'm going to work my way down. Find those little hip flexors in the front. And now I'll start to work my way into the meatier part of the thigh. Just giving a little love. Good, and go ahead and give it some pats. help the blood flow, kind of move it through the muscles. Fantastic. All right. If the water is nearby, let's grab a drink. And then we're gonna do some stretching for the upper body. Oops, almost missed my chair. All right. So when you're ready, we're gonna start with our eagle arms. So sit nice and tall, pull those shoulders back, and then bring your arms out to the sides. We're gonna start with your left hand on top. You're gonna bring your left hand over, and then you're gonna sweep your right hand under, interlace those hands best you can. And now we're pushing into one hand, pushing down, pushing up. Same thing with the elbows, pushing down, pushing up. You're looking to just get a nice mild stretch. Typically you'll feel it in the lateral aspect. It would be your left shoulder. So chin pulled in, keep that neck nice and long, kind of draw the elbows down and into your body. Let's go 3 more breaths here. So breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Twice more. And go ahead and unwind the body, or the arms, nice. From here, with the arms nice and straight, you're gonna raise the arms straight up in front of you, reaching them up to overhead, fantastic, and then bringing them back and down. Push the back behind if you can, if you have space in your chair. 3 more times here, lift them up, kind of draw the arms back, and then place them down, push the air behind you. Good, twice more. Raise them up. Awesome, and down. Final time, up. Pull them back, draw them back, and down. Push that air back behind you, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and release there. Alrighty, tricep stretch. So sitting tall, let's start with your right arm. You're gonna reach it straight up to overhead, trying not to arch. See if you can bend that elbow so the hand drops behind your head. Yeah, this is tricky now. And then lift the head, try to reach around, see if you can grab that elbow behind you. Awesome. Yep, reach for that elbow and then just pull it back. Draw that chin in, lift up out of those hips. Good, and just keep pulling that elbow towards the left side of your body. Very good. 1 more breath here and release those arms down. Oh, we forgot to do eagle arms on the opposite side. I'm with us. Don't worry. All right. So we'll go back to the eagle arms, then we'll finish this side of the body. So spread those arms nice and wide. This time it's going to be your right arm on top. Bring the right arm over, left arm under, interlace from here. Good. And now remember, we're pushing against one, pushing down, pushing up, pushing down, and gently pushing up. And breathe here. Nice deep breath. If you can, breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. I need 2 more breaths. Last one. And release. Very good. All righty, and now we'll balance out that upper body. We're going to stretch the tricep on your left arm. Chin in, still sitting tall. Reach that left arm straight up this time. Bending at the elbow. Good, now draw that chin in. Try not to lose the head and neck forward. As you reach around, grab it onto that elbow. Good. Yep, it's not easy to reach all the time. Good, pulling it back. And try to remember these stretches that really challenge you. If they challenge you, it's oftentimes something that we could benefit from doing a little bit more often. So maybe even make yourself a little note and try to do them on the daily basis. Just taking some time in the morning or in the evening. Good, and when you're ready, go ahead and release there. Fantastic. All right, we did a decent amount of overhead work today with that bicep curl and press. I'm gonna come a little bit closer and we're gonna do a couple stretches for the neck. Sit on the dog bed. All right, we're gonna start with just some traditional neck circles. So sitting nice and tall, you're gonna bring your chin towards one side of the body and nice and smooth here. Kind of circle the head around, gently looking up towards the ceiling. As you look to bring your ear to the opposite side, like we did in class yesterday, think about lifting the ear up away from that side and then you'll just nice and gradual. Let's get one more rotation this way, lifting the ear up instead of dropping the ear down, gently looking up and back and all the way through. Very good. When you're ready, we'll reverse directions. Chin to the chest, just take it the other way, nice and smooth. Feeling where your head and neck is holding some tension. Got 2 nice smooth circles here. Good. Back and around and down. Doesn't that feel wonderful? Good. And then let's go flexion and extension next. So still sitting tall as always. Draw that chin in and then looking down. You should feel that in the back of the neck. Yep. And then we'll come back to neutral, looking straight ahead. And then ever so gently, we'll allow the head to look up, looking back. Fantastic. We're going to do that twice more with the option of a little overpressure. So pull the chin in. As you look down, you can take your fingertips. I'm barely touching my head. Just encouraging a little overpressure here. And then go ahead and relax. And now we're going to cross the hands over the chest. If you feel comfortable to do so, just gently pull the skin down. And then as you pull down, now you'll look up. Very good. We're going to do that one more time with a slight variation. So now when we look down, instead of looking straight down, we're going to bias, bring our chin towards one side of the collarbone. So sitting tall, kind of pull the chin in and now bring it over towards your right collarbone. And if you want, you can use your right hand, like the middle finger of the right hand, to just encourage very gentle overpressure towards that right side. And you kind of feel it here along the back of the neck a little bit. You can draw that left shoulder down. Then up and release. Same thing other side. Pull the chin in. Bring your chin towards your left collarbone this time. You can think about traction your right shoulder back and down. If you want to use the hand on the left fingertip, just encourage a gentle stretch towards that left collarbone. That feels heavenly. And release there. All right, and then the final one here on the flexion extension, you can still use the hands over the chest, lightly pull down. And now as I look up, I'm going to turn my chin towards the right side and turn your eyes as well. Try to look in that right side of the corner of your room or the corner of your yard. Kind of feel a stretch along the front side of the neck here on your right. And then bring the head back to neutral. Same thing other way. Pull the chin in, looking up, turn your chin towards your left. You're trying to look over to your left side. Just ever so gently tilting it up. Good. And down and relax there. Awesome. Last piece is our rotational piece of the head and neck. So as you sit tall, turn your head, looking over one shoulder. Holding there in that position, looking with your eyes as well. Then back to neutral, and then turn your head over that opposite side. Follow the eyes. And back to center. Good. Twice more. Option up on the cheekbone, so not over on the jaw, but make sure you're right on the cheekbone here. Turn the head. Guide it in that direction, just ever so slightly. Holding for a couple of breaths. And then back to center, second time, second side. Turn the head, find the bone of your cheek, encourage that head in that direction. Very good. And final time, turn the head, finger up on the cheekbone. Very good. Then we just got to balance it out. Last time to that second side. Turn the head and eyes, peering over, and rest. Good. And then we'll end with our final breathing, help train our shoulders to sit back and down, give a little relief to these traps. And just like we did that self-massage on our legs, You can do that for any part of your body. Sometimes we hold a lot of tension up here. So if we don't have anyone that we can ask to rub our shoulders, we can kind of work on those shoulders and those traps a little bit ourselves, just nice and gradual in there. Loosen up those tissues, kind of pinch them a little bit, squeeze them a little bit. You'll feel it. You'll be like, okay, yeah, that feels good. That doesn't, just kind of give a little bit of relief to that area. And then we'll use our breathing. So we're going to spread those arms nice and wide. Breathe in, elevate those shoulders up. And then exhale, pull the shoulders back, reach those arms nice and wide. Good. Twice more. Breathe in, draw the shoulders up and in. And exhale, retract those shoulders back and down. Last time, breathe in. And breathe out. Beautiful. All right. Thank you, everybody. A little bit longer today. Sorry about that. Hopefully you got some good benefits, and we'll hope to see you next time. Keep drinking that water. Keep moving your body.